4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Bowl moves to the red side. Stir for 1 minute, red. Go. A little faster this time, red. Four, 3, 2, 1, stop. Back to the blue side. Let's go again. Keep stirring, blue. Stop and listen. Stop and listen. Hide those hands. Zip your lips. Shh. I'm ready for the next step. Are you? So far, the dough has been very easy to stir, but now we're going to add some more flour. It will take 2 persons to do the stirring. We're going to do whole wheat flour. Notice the whole wheat flour is tan. Our other flour was white. Again, we're going to level off, this time using the knife. Notice there's a flat edge to the knife. Scrape off the top, and we're going to do the same again for 3 cups. When I say go this time, blue partners are going to be measuring the flour. After you have 3 cupfuls in the bowl, I want you to measure 1 more cup and set it on the table. We'll use that later for a special purpose. Now when the dough gets this much flour in it, it's very hard to stir. So red, you hang onto the bowl. Blue, you do the stirring. Helpers, you check the dough consistency. The batter should be thick, should not come away from the sides of the bowl. If it pulls away, add a little more water. If it seems too thin, add a tiny bit more whole wheat flour. Let's review. Blue measures flour, 3 cups into the bowl, 1 on the table. Red holds the bowl, trade off if the job gets too hard. Helpers check consistency, make adjustments, and let's go! 1 on the side, whole wheat only. Stop and listen. Shh. Stop stirring, Blue. I have a special job for you. Let me see your knife. Got it? We're going to clean off the stir stick because we're all finished stirring. Take the knife, clean all the goo just like I'm doing. Do it right now. No more stirring of dough. It's too thick. Aren't you glad you had a partner? Okay. You've got it cleaned off now. Place the knife and the stir stick on the table. No more stirring. Red partner. Do you have a cup of whole wheat flour there on the table? Let's do something with it right now. Sprinkle the whole cup, just like I'm doing, all over the top of the wet dough. Do it right now. Sprinkle the whole cup of flour. Empty it. Good job. Helpers, please refill the 4-ounce cup of flour, this time with white flour. Set it on the blue side of the table for each team to use later while kneading. Now, we're going to let the dough rest 5 minutes while the bran and the germ and the whole wheat flour absorb the liquid. I didn't say do anything. Stop. Put your hands in your lap. Hide them. Don't want to see them? Okay, let me explain now about this resting. When dough rests, it thickens. The dry flour absorbs the liquids. Think about it like a sponge. Which is fatter? A dry sponge or a wet sponge? Of course, the wet one. When things get wet, they expand and they swell up. Right now, the dough is expanding, it's swelling up, getting very thick. I'm going to show you just how to get the dough out of the bowl and onto the table without having a disaster. No, don't touch the stick. Watch. Focus your eyes, tune in your ears. Using my stir stick, I scrape down the sides of the bowl. Now, does this look like stirring? No way. This is just scraping the sides of the bowl. Up and down, all the way around. When I've gone all the clear around, then I tilt the bowl and scrape the bottom. Turn it, scrape again, turn it, scrape again, turn it, about 5 or 6 times. My bread's beginning to talk to me. Did you hear it? Remember that old saying, actions speak louder than words? The dough is saying by its actions, I want out. I want out of this bowl. But you know what? The table's not ready yet. So, since the dough's ready, it's all covered with dry flour, let's get the table ready. When I say go, the blue partners are going to take a little pinch of flour, not much, just a pinch, and sprinkle it all over your workspace between the two of you, and smear it around. Did I use the whole cup? No, just a pinch. Now I can dump the dough out. Look at this. Boom. It all comes out. Isn't that kind of neat? Using the stir stick, I clean it up here and make sure we don't leave a lot of dough in there. We want big loaves tonight. Okay. I use the stir stick now with a sawing motion to cut the dough in half. When I cut it in half, I come up with wet edges. You might want to use the knife here to separate the two pieces, but don't touch it with your fingers yet. No hands on the dough until I give touching directions the next time I say stop and listen. Flop the dough around a bit, cover it with dry flour, put part of it on the red side and part of it on the blue side. Now let's quickly review. I know you're anxious to get it out. Red scrapes the sides and bottom of the bowl. Blue, you prepare the table. Remember, only a pinch, not the whole cup. Red dumps out the dough, cuts it in half. Both red and blue, using the stir stick and the knife, will move one piece of dough to each side of the table so each partner has his or her lump. Don't touch the dough with your fingers yet. Wait for touching directions. Ready? Go!
Blue needs to get the table ready. Red partners, scrape the sides of the bowl. Up and down, up and down. That's right. Up and down, up and down. No stirring.
Yes, you get a little pinch out and
Just a little pinch of flour on the table.
oh, Peter needs some flour right here. Can we get that flour in? Okay, dump it out. Dump it out. Dump it out. Okay. Don't touch it with your hands. Find the middle and cut it in half. Find the middle and cut it in half.
You choose which half you want. Half on one side, the other half on the table.
That's good. Shake it there. That's good. Spread it out. That's good. Little bit more, Brandon. Little bit more. I think you guys. Yeah.
Touch it all.
Now flip it around with your stick. Remember? Cut it in half. There you go, Chuck. You're good. You're ready to dump. Spread it out with your hands, Josh. That's enough, Josh. Good. Spread it out with your hands a little, Josh.
Stop and listen. You're having fun, aren't you? But stop. Listen. Stop. Listen. We're getting ready for Play-Doh, and we're about ready to go for the big time fun. There are 3 rules for touching dough. Here's rule number 1. You've got to have flour on your hands. You've already got it. Don't move. I know your hands are all full of flour. Second rule, keep your fingers together as if you had on a pair of mittens. You see these 2 hands? No fingers like this. They get stuck in the dough. Keep your fingers together. Now here's rule number 3, most important of all. Never touch wet, sticky dough. Say it with me. Never touch wet, sticky dough. You got it in your memory banks, right? Okay, let's look what we're going to do with these hands. I'll show you one step, and then we'll do it together. If you get too much flour in your bread dough, it turns into a brick. So we're going to flip the dough. Watch. I make a mountain, and then I flip it over. Now, you do it with me. Make a mountain, and flip it. Again. Make a mountain, and flip it. One more time. Make a big, tall mountain, and flip it. Okay, now stop. Stop and listen. Take your hand, brush all the flour out from underneath the dough into a flour pile. Whenever your hands get a little sticky or the dough gets sticky, use flour from the pile. Okay? Stop and listen. Look at the dough. Do you see how it's full of wrinkles? It's kind of flabby. Doesn't look a bit like Play-Doh, does it? Kneading will change it. It will look like Play-Doh when we're done with kneading. Now here's the 3 steps to kneading. Hold your hands up in front of your face just like mine. About 10 inches apart. We're going to practice this in the air first, and then we're going to do it on the bread dough. There are 3 steps to kneading. First step, turn the dough. Second step, reach up to the top, fold it in half. Third step, use the heel of your hand, stretch down and push forward. Now do it in the air with me. Turn, lift, stretch. Again, turn, lift, stretch. Watch me once, then we'll all do it together. I turn. Did I pick it up and turn it over? No. Lift it and stretch. Do it this time with me. Hands on sides. Turn, lift, stretch. Feel a little wetness? Hit the flour pile. That's what it's for. Let's go again. Turn, lift, stretch. Again. Turn, lift, stretch. Feel a little wetness? Wash your hands with flour. Put dry flour on your hands whenever you feel stickiness and rub tight together. Rub till you think your skin's going to fall off. All the little dough pieces that come off can go right back into your lump of dough. Now, pick up your dough, turn it over. Let's work on the other side. Ready? Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, stretch. Good job. Pick it up. You're not stuck to the table, are you? Oh, I hope not. If you stick to the table, use your stir stick, scrape underneath, and move the dough to a dry spot. Remember what I said about too much flour makes bricks. Be sure and use only enough flour to keep from sticking, not too much. Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, stretch. Stop. Stop. In order to get to Play-Doh, we have to do 100 kneads. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 20 in a row, and then I have a surprise for you. Instead of saying stretch, I'm going to start counting numbers. Are you ready? Let's go. Turn, lift, 1. Turn, lift, 2. Turn, lift, 3. Turn, lift, 4. Turn over the dough, work on the other side. Again, turn, lift, 5. Turn, lift, 6. Turn, lift, 7. Turn, lift, 8. Turn, lift, 9. Turn over the dough, put a little flour underneath if you need to. Let's go again. We're halfway through. Turn, lift, 10. Turn, lift, 11. Turn, lift, 12. Turn, lift, 13. Turn, lift, 14. Turn, lift, 15. Turn it over. Turn, lift, 16. Turn, lift, 17. Turn, lift, 18. Turn, lift, 19. Turn, lift, 20. You're guys are doing a terrific job. Stop. Listen. Make a fist. We're going to pound it. But there are rules to pounding. I'm going to count 4, 3, 2, 1, and when I say stop, you stop pounding. Okay? Are you ready? Do it with 2 fists if you want to, but be sure and stop when you hear me say stop. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stop and listen. Show me your hands. Hand inspection. Some of you got sticky fingers. Most of you look terrific. Boy, am I proud of you. If you get sticky fingers, take a little flour. Use it just like you would water. Wash your hands with flour until all the dough comes off your hands. And if the little dough balls come off, put them right back in the dough. Let's go another 20. Then we'll pound again. Go. Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, stretch. Turn, lift, 3. Turn, lift, 4. Turn, lift, 5. Turn, lift, 6. Turn it over. Let's work on the other side. Turn, lift, 7. Turn, lift, 8. Turn, lift, 9. Turn, lift, 10. Turn, lift, 11. Turn, lift, 12. Turn it over. Work on the other side. Turn, lift, 13. Turn, lift, 14. Turn, lift, 15. Turn it over. Can we do it a little faster? Turn, lift, 16. Turn, lift, 17. Turn, lift, 18. Turn, lift, 19.